Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I want to say that I was absolutely right. So about 2 weeks ago, I made a video on FouseyTube talking about all the shit that he's been doing recently and how he's gonna get himself into a lot of trouble, potentially even hurt himself. Well, it looks like that it panned out pretty much how I expected it, just a little bit different though. So FouseyTube got himself arrested last night, and this was basically a long time coming. I mean, with the amount of shit that he's been doing, I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. So in last week's video, I was basically discussing how Fousey had a long history of manic breakdowns and a bunch of terrible behavior because of his ego. And well, we basically saw this happen to the fullest degree in last night's stream that he posted. So last night, Fousey was streaming and he got a call from somebody that I don't really know who he is, but apparently he had some beef with Fousey, and Fousey was even stating this in the clip. So this person had already caused Fousey a lot of mental distress previously. Fousey even said that this person had already made him cry in the past. Yet, despite this negative past that he has with this individual, instead of ignoring any potential more negative actions that could come from this, he decides to take the phone call anyways, which was probably the biggest mistake he could have done in tonight's or last night's stream.
What'd you say?
Yo, I'm Gamble. I'm the guy that was calling your mom and sister and brother and shit. I think one of your fucking faggot friends got me banned on Kick.
Hello?
Can you hear me, buddy?
Hello?
Can you hear me, buddy?
You know we have your address, we have your number, we have everything.
Oh, you like doxing too? Hey, I know where you are right now, and I live here, buddy.
Come over here, bitch. I swear to God I'll kill you. I swear to God, you pull up to my house right now, I'll stick a knife 10 feet in your fucking throat. I literally fucking slice it down to your penis and chop it off. Yes, this is a goddamn threat. Bitch, I'll kill you if you come up to me.
You're threatening me?
So when he took this phone call, instead of playing it all, calm and collected, trying to actually discuss the situation like a proper adult, like a respectful individual, like he claimed to be weeks ago in Ethan's podcast. No, instead, when this person is confronted, the first thing he goes to is, threats. I mean, to be fair, the person that he was calling threatened him first, but in a situation like this, the only thing that you should be doing is de-escalating, not aggressing the situation. And because of this, Fousey went into full panic mode. I mean, this person threatened to stab this guy, to full-on assault this guy, and it doesn't get any better from here, because when this happens, he gets scared, I think, and he believes that he's in danger, and instead of, actually relying on the people around him for support, what he does is that he takes matters into his own hands, and he decides that he's gonna charge this person in any way that he can.
Here, calm down, bro.
Ma'am, my
calm
life
down.
is in danger.
Intercontinental Miami.
Where are you, sir?
I'm in the Interfucking-Continental!
No, give me the phone, man. Give me the phone. You gotta calm down, bro.
No, dog!
Sit down and calm down. Relax. I'm gonna.
Oh, because a guy told me I'm gonna die tonight. You want me to relax?
Yo, sit down and let me give her the address. She's trying to get the.
Send the fucking cops. Send the cops. There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2027. That's what I have to do to get help?
I don't know what was going through his head here, but when he made this phone call calling the police, I'm pretty sure he was just trying to do it so that he could get this person in a lot more trouble than what he could potentially be. So yes, Fousey did swat himself, and he did it in one of the worst ways possible, claiming that somebody was about to shoot you in the head, that somebody was holding you at gunpoint, that your life is in immediate danger. That's enough to raise a lot of alarms, and those alarms are not something that you want ringing in any way, shape, or form, even if they're supposed to make you, the victim, even if you're supposed to paint yourself the victim. Stuff like this is never gonna go well for you in any way, because as soon as you start making accusations like this, shit gets extremely heavy, and after you cry wolf, nobody is going to take that lightly. If you are straight up lying out your ass about situations like these, people are going to fuck you over, and especially the law. Something I want to point out there too is that at the end of the clip, he literally hangs up the phone as if he just didn't commit a huge fucking felony, and he literally just throws the phone on the bed and he's like, that's what I have to do to get help. I mean, like, why are you trying to justify something so fucking atrocious? You do realize that there are better ways to go about things, right? But Fousey doesn't really think. He's always just gonna do whatever benefits him because he's so full of himself. And I'm not wrong about this either. After he did this, a lot of people quickly cut ties with him. A lot of people started giving him shit. It's all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it, which I'm pretty sure Fousey wants, but not in a good way. Like, everybody's hating on him, on him for it, and the legal charges that he could potentially get from this are probably insurmountable. Look, I don't have to tell you that swatting is incredibly dangerous. You've probably heard it a billion times from your favorite commentary channels that isn't me. Swatting can lead to a lot of deaths. People have definitely died from swatting plenty of times, and probably some cases that we haven't heard about. Yet, despite of all of this immediate danger that Fousey doesn't know he's currently in, instead of approaching the cops respectfully and trying to clear up the situation, telling them that he over-exaggerated, telling him that there's somebody who could potentially be threatening his life, he instead decides to be an immediate aggressor and get loud.
He threatened my life tonight. He said exactly where I am out loud, room, everything. I literally told him, if I see you, I'm sticking a knife 9 inches in your neck and I'm sliding it down your penis. He gave me his address.
Look, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of us probably have quick Twitch reactions. Like, we react on a dime's notice. I know I definitely do. Like, if I'm driving down the road and I hear a loud motorcycle fly by me, I'm going to immediately react to that and try to avoid hitting that person in case they're too close to me. Like my reflexes are incredibly fast, and I'm pretty sure a lot of our reflexes are fast too. Now, imagine if you're a police officer, your adrenaline is high, you feel like somebody is in immediate danger, like somebody's getting their life threatened right now, like somebody's about to die. Now, Fousey opens up the door, and the first thing he does is start screaming and throwing out threats. He's saying that he was about to murder this person, that he was about to assault this person, and possibly one of the most gruesome way possible. Now, if you're a police officer and you see somebody reacting this way, going absolutely haywire, you're probably gonna get scared. And if this situation were a lot worse, Fousey could have genuinely lost his life. All that it would take is just one thing slightly out of place, one change of demeanor, one change of body language in Fousey's body, and it would have been game. It would have been game. These police officers would have lit him up like a Christmas tree. But despite all of this, Fousey's ego does not show any shame. Fousey's ego does not know any bounds, because when the police officers finally calm him down and decide that they're gonna arrest him because he's obviously going haywire, Fousey decides to pull the race card.
Y'all are fucked. I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? You're fucked. Hey! Hey, free Fousey! Hashtag free Fousey!
And if the race card wasn't enough, he gets absolutely more insufferable as he says, hey guys, look, you guys are arresting a viral person, trying to make it seem as if arresting a viral person was wrong. He's basically trying to, cope. He's coping. He's thinking that the police officers are arresting him because they're biased against him because he's viral. Like, no, you fucking committed a crime and you almost got yourself killed and your potential bodyguards. Like, I didn't even think about it until now. If the bodyguard, like he hired bodyguards, right? Bodyguards are supposed to be pretty tough people. They're supposed to have this demeanor that's actually pretty threatening, right? I mean, let's be real here. Look, imagine if the bodyguards made one wrong slip. Imagine how badly it could have gone for them in that situation. He could have gotten a lot of people killed. That's not even taking into account whatever happened in that Airbnb, like the other people around him that were staying with him. What if these people in public, decided to react in a certain way? What if they got scared? What if they twitched and the police officers decided like, oh, this is the suspect right here that we were potentially informed from, this fucking crazy lunatic. They're in an active shooter situation right now and they don't know who could be the potential shooter. The one that obviously doesn't exist, but we know that they don't exist. Fousey made him up. Somebody could have easily set off a lot of red flags for a police officer, unknowing to them that they weren't actually, in any danger at all, and they could have just immediately gone off. Like, so many things could have gone wrong here that Fousey just has no awareness of because he's too caught up in his own ego. Like, as soon as he got a little bit of clout, as soon as he got a little bit of fame again, it was downhill from there. This motherfucker just got on an insane psych, like it's just bad. The way he's been acting since then is just terrible. So as I mentioned earlier, let me just add this real quick. I find it incredibly ironic that about a couple of weeks ago, when Fousey was having beef with somebody on the internet, he decided to block them because he's not about that negativity. If I can find the clip, I'll put it in editing right here.
Let's keep going. This guy's Zero. Let's block this piece of shit. I almost called him a faggot, but I don't use that word because that word's offensive. So let's block him. Let's keep going.
But earlier, in that phone call, instead of being humble and nice like he claimed he was weeks ago and trying to diffuse the situation and just ignoring this person, he decides to escalate it. Like, I genuinely can't find a bigger hypocrite on the internet right now than Fousey. He flip-flops back and forth all around, circle Uno reverses like nobody's business. It's insane. Look, as bad as the situation sounds, it's probably one of the better things that could have happened to him. I mean, the charges and fines are gonna suck, but it's gonna be a lesson that he's gonna take in the ass like anybody else, and this will be a lesson well learned. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because in any other situation, say for example he was in the car again and he got this phone call, imagine how he would react emotionally. Imagine the actions he would take in that car. Like, you do not understand how loose of a cannon this person can be. In any other situation, he could have gotten himself killed or somebody else killed, or he could have done something completely insane to somebody else. I mean, Fousey already has a pretty long repertoire in the past week of threatening people, almost committing physical assault, and doing some batshit crazy things. Like, this could have definitely ended a lot worse in any other timeline. Let's be absolutely real here. He could have gone off on the wrong person. He could have taken out his anger on somebody else. He could have been incredibly unstable and harmed a lot of people, or himself. Him getting arrested is going to isolate him from the internet, and it's going to make him probably sit down and be real close to himself, be real down to earth, and think about the things that led up to that point. And if he's genuinely trying to get better, he will think about the mistakes that he's made and he'll reflect on them. But knowing Fousey, he ain't gonna do this at all. He's not gonna do shit. He's not gonna think about his issues at all. What I hope happens from this is that Fousey gets back in therapy, that somebody forces him to go, get a wellness check and make sure that he's all right, because he's definitely been out of it. He's somebody who definitely lets ego control him a little bit too much. And I mean, I don't have to elaborate to you guys. I don't have to psychoanalyze Fousey for you guys. It's pretty evident that Fousey is not right in the head. And I don't mean this as an insult. It would happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. Mental breaks like his are not unheard of. We've seen them plenty of times on the internet. We've seen them a lot. I just hope that nobody keeps giving him clout for acting an absolute fool like this, because somebody in my previous video left a comment saying, who cares? It's entertainment. Who cares if something bad happens? Look, the reason we should care is because nobody should really have to be risking their lives for the sake of getting clout and notoriety. And I'm sorry for calling out this comment. He doesn't really deserve any, bullshit coming his way, but it's something that I have to address. We should care because this could lead to a lot of people potentially getting in trouble or getting hurt or worse. And the reason I'm saying this is because even after Fousey got arrested for potentially maybe getting himself killed or multiple people, even after he got arrested, Kick made a tweet saying #FreeFousey. And that's not a good thing. It's a good thing they quickly deleted this tweet, by the way. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing because this is Kick basically supporting Fousey despite Fousey doing something bad. In Fousey's mind, in his ego, he's going to think, oh, I did something terrible, but I'm still getting support for it, so surely I can keep getting away with doing terrible things. I mean, we saw this. I know that to some people this is going to be like a reach, but we literally saw this so many different times in his previous streams, including the one that happened last night. I hope that people don't keep rewarding his bad behavior. I hope that he doesn't keep justifying his actions by claiming that he's a viral internet celebrity. I hope that he can finally come to terms that he's not a very important person. He never will be. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how rich you are. Actions have consequences, and you have to touch grass and come down to reality. Come touch the earth with the rest of us. He has to take himself more seriously. He has to be accountable for his actions. And overall, as long as he remains accountable for his actions and starts becoming more aware that his actions have consequences, everything will be a lot better. Everything will be a lot better for him. It'll be a lot safer for him in the long run. Fousey has already burned so many bridges. He's fired so many people. He's lost a lot of friends, and he lost his, recent girlfriend on stream, by the way.
Hey.
Yeah.
You got balls, though. You're the only motherfucking woman in the world who would stare at this kind of money and stare at this kind of power and say, I don't want it.
I don't care about that stuff.
I know, but you knew the man that I was. I showed you that in a day. I treated you better than any man that's ever been in your life. By the way, I unmuted it, so I just want to say bye.
So if anything, Hopefully this situation will humble him and people won't keep giving him clout and feeding into his ego, and maybe he'll start behaving in a safer way. Hopefully it'll work out the way that I'm hoping it does, and maybe we won't see so many issues coming from Fousey any longer. People are already starting to hate him en masse. I personally can't hate somebody with mental health issues, but you can't let mental health issues be the brunt of your issues forever. At some point, you have to be accountable for your actions. Mental health is not something that you can use as a get out of jail free card. I hope Fousey can find the help that he needs. I hope he goes to therapy after this. I hope that the judge that gives him his trial also gives him mandated therapy, because that's something that they can do and it'll probably help Fousey in the long run. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I really just wanted to make a follow-up video on my previous one because, I mean, I was right. I like to brag. Who doesn't? I wanted to say I told you so to everybody. It's a fun video that I'd like to make. I'm pretty sure that anybody in my situation would have done the same thing. That's it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I love anybody who watches, even the people who don't like my videos. Stay safe, everybody. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.